One Piece.
Kaido has a fucking daughter.
Yes. I love it. Listen.
Like, holy shit, bro. Like, I've never, like, we talk about fucking Chrome cucking Kaiju, but, like, I never thought Oda would do the same thing with Ulti, bro. Like, everyone.
Ulti was best girl for all of 2 chapters.
2 chapters. Now, all of a sudden, just one demasking, and already she's best girl, bro.
It's kind of amazing. Like, and I'm glad you bring that up because you're not even wrong. Like, it's crazy how, like, it really shows the power of writing because, like, some characters you can introduce and the fandom, like, doesn't even, like, ruffle their feathers at all. They're just like, whatever. Okay, I guess that's the character that exists now, right? And then this character gets introduced. More fan art, more discussion, more everything that I've seen in the community in years. Like, probably since Katakuri.
Oh my god, like, so
she's bae, by the way. Holy fuck. Like, I'll be honest. I had an interesting day yesterday, okay? So I read this so, one, I had a dream that involved, like, not full-on sex, but everything leading up to sex. Did I tell you about this? Did you see my tweet on it, Thurman?
Yeah.
Oh, I had, like, a hot make-out dream. Like, I confessed my love to my biggest crush, and then we made out, and it was a beautiful thing. And then I woke up and realized it wasn't real.
Hey, you be like that sometimes.
Oh, I really do. So already waking up hella thirsting, right? Then I read this chapter, Yamato, thirsting even harder. Everyone on the Discord, join our Discord, by the way. It's in our channel banner. Anyway, everyone on the Discord be sending me fucking, like, lewd Yamato pics. Thirsting even harder.
Bro, I saw in our hentai server that we have.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Sengetsu Black posted a hentai of Luffy and Ulti, bro.
The full eye contact, uninterrupted hate fuck.
Like, I saw it, and I was like, God damn, the art was really good.
Right.
But now we have this, bro.
No, fuck Ulti. Ulti's old dudes. I do love Ulti, but I mean, like,
bro,
Yamato.
I'm shocked. Like, Oda, wow. Because it's crazy, right? Because it's funny too. Because that's originally Luffy. Because Luffy actually was starting to piss me off a little bit. This chapter, I was just like, bro, just listen to him. He saved you. Like, why are you attacking? Like, seriously. Like when she was like, you stubborn mule. I was like, okay, yeah, Luffy, shut the fuck. All right. The first time, I'm like, all right, Luffy, calm your fucking ass down. Listen to him. Like, what the fuck? And then like, he finally starts being a little brat for a little bit, right? Because it's funny. You were like. Oh, Luffy! You were like, oh, Luffy. You were like, oh, Luffy's clearly growing because he didn't immediately attack her. He let him attack. Now, no,
we can't have him growing too fast, obviously.
Like, I'm just, oh my, Luffy, what are you doing?
Listen. It wouldn't be Luffy if he wasn't, like, incredibly ADHD. Like, the man can't fucking handle it. Like, because, like, you've seen his thought process before, okay? He has no fucking idea what he's doing. Like, he charges in after fucking Kid, thinking that he's the good guy here. Like, hold on, guys, I gotta stop Kid. Then, immediately upon one guy pissing him off, starts some shit. And then, like, he goes back and forth. He starts some shit. And then he's like, Kid, Zoro, how could you start some shit? And then he goes back to starting some shit. And then, like, it's the same thing here where he's like, you know what? I'm not going to bother attacking you. Like, I'm mature now. And then it's just like, wait a minute. What am I doing? I got to hurry. Well, okay, I guess I don't have to. He's literally, like, he's got a problem. Like, I love Luffy, but, like, he's got a problem.
My man is fucking wilding, bro. It's crazy, too, because as a Luffy fan, I was like, Luffy, bro, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, bro, like, I was getting pissed off. I was like, clearly he's trying to help you. You saw him just one-shot someone you were fighting.
Yeah, that alone would make me interested in hearing your story. Yeah.
So that was just pissing me off. But so
isn't it? I think it's an important moment to have those moments where you're pissed at the main character. Like, I get that a lot in Made in Abyss. The main character is just, like, almost always useless. I'm like, stop it. Stop making such dumb decisions.
So, all right. So, continue on with the chapter. Very good chapter.
Before we do, I do want to bring up one more thing about Kaido's daughter, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it a lot. Or I guess Kaido's son. I don't want to be. Here's the thing. Here's what's cool about this. This is my new favorite thing. I'm sure you've seen it on Twitter. I've been retweeting like a motherfucker. not only am I more excited about Yamato as a character than like any character introduced since Katakuri, because like just the fucking possibilities are endless with this character. The fact that you have Kaido's fucking child, who is definitely strong. Not only like one Oden fanboy, which is a hilarious dynamic and just a really interesting dynamic. The fact that like, you know, little girl like 5 years old, and I say little girl because this was probably before she identified as a man. Little girl like 5 to 10 years old probably sitting there watching fucking Oden's execution. I could just imagine, and I've seen so many good fan arts like, Dad, I am gonna be Oden from now on, and also respect my pronouns. And like, it's just. You can tell it's such a great writing move because it opens up so many like possibilities. I've seen so many like little like funny fan comics and just like things like you just feel like you know him already. You know what I mean? Like as a character, like you feel like I don't know. Like I feel like the dynamics are really interesting with him and the rest of the crew. I feel like the dynamics going to be crazy interesting with him and his father, because like this also makes me like Kaido more because you and I have discussed how Kaido is kind of like chill. Like we've seen this multiple times, right?
Yeah.
Like, and to give you an example, like for example, like we've seen Ulti specifically and a lot of his men like backtalk him or give him sass. And Kaido was like really chill about it. He's like, oh yeah, I understand. Like Ulti came in like, Kaido, what the fuck is all this shit with your stupid fucking dumbass family drama? And Kaido's like, yeah, I know, I understand. It's bullshit. You know, so you have that, and then you have the same shit like fucking Sasaki was like, what's this bullshit making me drink with your underlings? I want to drink with you, Kaido. He's like, yeah, you know, you're right. Join me, we'll get a drink later, Sasaki. Like he's so chill. Like you feel me, right?
Oh yeah, Kaido's definitely not because he definitely embodies what a kind of a pirate is. A pirate, like you know, like he's a very laid back captain because I feel like because he knows like at the end of the day he can bop.
He's fucking Kaido.
He can bop anyone, so you can talk to me wherever you want me to.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not gonna step to me because if you step to me, you're gonna get bopped.
That's a great
right?
point, and that all leads to the fact that like this is one of my favorite things ever in the past, like ever, is the fact that like Kaido, like one of my favorite tweets. It was like, so fucking like Yamato straight up came up to his dad and was like, Dad, I want to be Oden and respect my pronouns. Now, obviously, the I want to be Oden, he beat the fuck out of him for, which is confirmed. Like, he beat him. God, this is going to be hard. I'm going to try to stick with him. But, like, what's essentially confirmed here, though, and I fucking love this, is that Kaido's cool with the pronouns. Like, he's like, yeah, yes, son, I respect your pronoun shift. The wanting to be Oden is a little weird, but I definitely respect the pronoun shift.
That's just wild to me. Like,
so officially, by the way, if you have a problem with transgender people and you refuse to address them by their preferred pronoun, you're officially worse than Kaido.
Worse than the man who, you know, killed a father, took over, you know.
Even a guy like that is like, you know what? I respect your pronouns, son. But like, that's just kind of, that makes me like Kaido more. Like, he is so interesting because you see this time and time again. He clearly respects his son. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that he wants him there for the party is thing enough, right? The fact that, like, his son has clearly been very disobedient, and he's been incredibly patient with his son, clearly, Yamato, because, like, Yamato is basically, like, a traitor at this point. Like, he's gone on record saying, I want to free Wano. I want to open its borders. I want to get it out of the control of my dad and Orochi. He's, like, on record being against his father and his plans, and Kaido's just like, come on, like he's treating it like it's a fucking temper tantrum or like a phase, like, oh, he's just going through a phase.
Like, you'll grow out of it, son.
Yeah.
That's so funny to me because it's
like, such a good dynamic.
Because I'm loving it because it just shows you, like, it's definitely Big Mom level shit, right? Like, clearly
he loves his child so much. It's wholesome.
I'm just curious right now. So they're looking for Yamato. Like, oh my god! So
I just keep imagining different scenes.
I don't know, bro. So we'll come back to Yamato.
One last thing with Yamato. Imagine though, like now I'm just seeing this scene where, because again, like he calls him his idiot son, like it is how you talk about like a kid who's like disappointed you, like, oh my god, but I love him so much, you know, and I can see him getting drunk, like, I love that boy. Imagine for a second though. Hold on. Imagine the moment where Yamato and Luffy come rocking up, dual attacking Kaido. Kaido's gonna be like, "My only son. What? How could you?"
Oh my god.
And Luffy's gonna be like, "Yeah, your son's rocking with us now, bitch. Your son for Namika."
Remember what I told you? Like, I want that shit to happen, bro. Like, I mean, we talked about it in the games, but you know that I'm all for fuck Carrot. Carrot's been
Carrot. Honestly, Oda had his goddamn chance with Carrot. I was a Carrot stan for a long ass time. How are you gonna fucking bring Carrot in and have her do nothing? Nothing.
Like you, Yamato has been cucking. Carrot
two chapters. Yamato cucks everyone.
Imagine if Oda gave us this. Gave us not Ulti. What's her name?
Yamato.
His name.
Yamato
as our fucking Namika. Bro, that's fucking.
I don't know if it'll happen. I think it's more likely that he joins like the fucking fleet and like shows up to help the Straw Hats in like the final Raftel battle.
I want it. No.
I don't think because I think that's a little too OP. I think if you fucking get the son of a Yonko, that's a little. That seems like hacks.
Really? So getting Jinbei isn't hacks?
I don't think Jinbei's as strong as Yamato. I'm gonna throw it out there.
Oof, that's a
No, there's no way you think Jinbei. If you think Jinbei's as strong as Yamato, that means you think Jinbei's stronger than Luffy.
I mean,
and if Jinbei's stronger than Luffy, then he shouldn't be the captain.
No, but Zoro is literally on the same playing field as Luffy.
Right, but it's like it's heavily implied that if they fought, it'd be like Luffy'd come out on top eventually. It'd be a tough ass fight.
Okay, but you have to stop. Like it'd be like saying like since Katakuri could give Big Mom trouble, Katakuri should be the captain.
No, that's not what I said. So do you think because right now Luffy fights Yamato wins, in my opinion. No, not even in my opinion. That's a fact. Because, like, Luffy was having trouble with Page 1 and Ulti. He was about to have to go Gear 4th. Yamato came in like, wow! Casual.
We'll have to see some combat, though, because it's kind of tricky right now.
The combat was he one-shotted two motherfuckers that Luffy was struggling with. Like, that was about to be a mid-diff at least battle.
Like
high mid-diff.
Bro, I'm taking it. I'm taking what we're gonna assault right now.
No. Listen, here's my compromise. If Yamato joins, we also have to have Katagiri join.
No, because Luffy only wants like 10.
Here's the thing. Imagine though, we're gonna steal the best child from both Yonkos, and they're gonna go on a crew.
Like Yamato's the 10th one though, the 10th Namika.
Oh my god, here we go with this shit. Tisk.
Oh yeah, you don't agree with that only 10 Namika shit, huh?
No, I guess because that do be how Oda rolls sometimes, but like with that fucking crazy foreshadowing.
To be fair though, I'm gonna be real. Like, unlike most manga, Oda knows how to give every Straw Hat screen time, whether you don't believe it or not. Mm-hmm. So,
and if he puts too many up there, it might become an issue.
No, no, I disagree. Oda knows how to do this shit. Right. Oda could give us like 20 Straw Hats and perfectly somehow make them all get time. Like
on some Dr. Stone shit.
Bro, legitimately, that's how good he is. You know how many characters are in One Piece?
It's true.
No, it's true. Almost 10,000, almost 1,000 chapters.
Characters. Oh, wait. It's also like over 1,000 characters too, I think.
Yeah, and he's managed to conceal all of it. Like,
yeah, I feel you. I would say. Okay.
If he added her, God damn it, him.
It's okay. You're trying. That's all that matters.
to the thing, right? I mean, I could see it, right? I know it's not gonna happen, but if he did, I'd fucking love it, bro. That should be
I would love it too. I just need to make it. It needs to make sense in my head, because like, I worry that like I don't know. The part I can see happening is maybe like, just like how Roger had Odin on his ship. This would be like the metaphorical like Luffy carrying on that will, because I saw someone said something really cool that I liked. It might have been Joy Boy. He was like, this is a cool moment here because Luffy is like the carrying on the will of Goldie Roger, and Yamato is carrying on the will of Odin, and we're kind of seeing like it's like that whole will of D, will of fire, blah blah blah. Like we're carrying the will. Like Luffy has that will of Roger, Yamato has the will of Odin, and here we are meeting again centuries or decades later.
Yeah,
and I love that. Like it's so funny the level of extremity. Like Yamato's fandom for Odin goes beyond Bartolomeo's fandom for Luffy, because Yamato wasn't just a fan of Odin. Yamato's like, nah bro, I'm gonna become Odin. Like to the point where like goes fully transgender just so to be the same gender as Odin. Like that's wild. Wait, I thought you said son. He's like, yeah, Odin's a dude, so I'm gonna be a dude. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I'm just like, there has to be, bro. It has to be. There's no way. Like, there's no way in the world, right, that... because if that's the case... Because I hope it... I don't know, bro.
Speak.
I want it. I want it. He's such a good aesthetic. Like, he has to be, like...
The character's phenomenal, but again, like, you have to be careful because there's a lot of good characters like that in One Piece, and not a lot of them would work as Straw Hats, you know?
Well, see, it's funny because there's only like 2 people that I want to be Straw Hats. Because I think that's the thing. It's great. Only 2 people that so far that we met that want to be Straw Hats: Carrot and Yamato. And Carrot probably not going to be one.
Yeah, he just hasn't given Carrot enough screen time, yeah.
But Yamato for sure, because Yamato would actually make sense.
Are you ready for my controversial opinion? I think we've got. I don't think we're getting any new Straw Hats. I think Jimmy's the last one. Not to say that's what I want to happen. I just think that's what's going down.
Yeah. I believe it too. I figured it would be the last one. But I mean, if anything, I'd love Yamato to be the last one. Because I mean, to be fair though, that's the thing. Like, we still have a lot of One Piece left. Like, 5 One Piece. So it's just like.
Yeah, I guess within the grand scheme of things, he did say like 5 years.
Yeah. So like, will Oda stick to his guns and be like, do I really want because I feel like Oda. I feel like even then, I feel like Oda's just like, I'm tired of drawing these same Straw Hats. Let's add some more Straw Hats, you know? Like, I feel like Oda has some favoritism with his own character sometimes. He's just like...
He gives himself wiggle room. I mean, originally his manga was only going to be 5 years long. And then he was like, but I want to add more Warlords of the Sea.
Yeah, so it's just like... I really feel like if he wanted to add another Straw Hat, he could. Like, he has the writing.
Yeah, it's just I gotta see more from him. I gotta see more from him because, like, as of now, yes, I love him. I think he's great. I think just somehow it's amazing how much like this character just feels really real. All of us, like, already they feel real. That I'm excited to see what comes from them. I think the dynamic is gonna be amazing, and just like again. That's so interesting. Like the fact that like it'd be different if Kaido was like, fuck my son, you know, he's a traitor, he betrayed me 2 years ago, fuck him, and then like he showed up. No, it's a lot better that Kaido still like has hope for his son, like, I love, where's my idiot son, like, because then there's gonna be like a moment where he realizes like, oh wow, you really are joining this fucking rebel alliance against me, son, like, holy fuck, that's gonna be amazing.
I mean, that might be because the only way I can see that happening is like they find this Kaido and they're like, "Oh, we need someone to take over Wano," and Yamato's right there.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think he's gonna join the crew, because like I think that because here's the thing, right? Eventually, Wano is going to be taken over by Momo, but he's way too young right now, so he could be like the interim leader until Momo's old enough.
Yeah, but then to be fair though, I feel like if they did that, I feel like Kinemon might be the next step.
No.
No, I feel it. I don't know. I don't know why I feel it, but I feel it.
I guess maybe. Kinemon's not the smartest, bro. Remember he like accidentally fucking 5D chest.
Yeah, but only one who's questioned that was Raizo. Everyone else, good job.
Everyone's like, clearly we need to. Yeah, that would be a funny Oda moment. Like, we got to make this guy the leader. He's a fucking genius.
Because I mean, shit.
Wow. Okay, well, either way, I need to see more. I'll be able to tell you if I have the vibe that Oda's gonna go for Namaka for him, as we go further, I think. I love the character already.
So I just love the fact that Oda is trying so hard to keep OT hype alive with this first part of the chapter, right? She's having her own little moment. She's like, stupid Yamato.
Listen, like, I'm not gonna be that guy. Like, even though I did it in the beginning of this video, I'm not gonna shit on Ulti just because Yamato's so good. Yamato's amazing. Ulti's still good. It's just Ulti's been shifted down to second best girl of Wano.
Yo, you see that meme? I don't want to play with you anymore.
Oh no, that's so sad. I know exactly what you're talking about, the Toy Story one.
Yeah,
I don't want to play with you anymore. Oh, top waifu. I still love her.
But it's because it's like she has such a cute moment, right? She's like, "How dare you use Master Kaido's Thunderbagua?"
More like Blunderbagua. I love her, and then like I love how who's like, no, I think that hit you a little harder than you thought.
Page one, just like
Page one, bro. Surprise MVP. This motherfucker. Here's the thing. This is some interesting power scaling, right? Like, are you ready for some like straight up death battle-esque power scaling? You're gonna be proud of me, Thurman. Are you ready?
They taped it, bro. They fucking taped that shit. They took it full force. Like,
they're good. They are powerful. But like, here, are you ready for? You're gonna be proud of me? Are you ready? Are you ready? So, Sanji fucking annihilated Page one in the raid suit. Okay, Page one ate that fucking gear third elephant gun, and all it did was like almost dislocate his jaw. So Sanji raid suit is like gear fourth level confirmed. I'm saying it.
Gear fourth.
No, seriously, that is legit. I'm not even fucking kidding. You know, I'm like very conservative when it comes to like that kind of shit. I don't want to be like the fucking like overhyping like Sanji's light speed now. But like I'm telling you, Sanji literally fucking decimated Page. If you go and watch the anime, like because they kind of filled in a bit more, he destroyed him with the raid suit. It was unbelievable. And like,
so the anime got to that point.
Oh yeah, it's way past it.
Oh, okay.
Where's the anime? The anime now is Luffy. Oh, it's Luffy's in the jail with Queen, and he's doing that like tournament thing with the shot collar, or the knife collar.
Ooh, they're at the. Oh, bro, I guess I gotta start watching anime again now.
Oh, the anime is actually really good. They've been like, besides the shitty pacing that still pops up occasionally, as I showed you that one time, the animation's really good. But no, seriously though, I want you're the death battle guy. I really want you to hear me out. Because even if we disregard the anime, Sanji was kind of rocking him, you know, like with the raid suit. You know what I mean? So like at the very least, Sanji raid suit is approaching like, you know, like high tier gear third Luffy attacks.
I believe it. I mean, it's about time.
Well, yeah, I mean that was a very much needed power up for Sanji, because like Zoro and Luffy had kind of been eking above him for a long time, in terms of feats. So like that is exciting to me because again, like seeing Page one, who I assume to be the weakest of the Tobi Roppo, like again, Oda is really hammering it in that like they're kind of fucked. Like sure, they have a lot of these like people keep coming in, like you know the really strong people keep coming in, but I think that Oda's trying to keep like hinting at like no, but do you see how Luffy is like really like he keeps twanging all these people, like he keeps attacking all these like mid-tier people in the Kaido crew, and like they're not staying down.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is a whole new ballgame. Like,
there's no Bluno from like CP9 moment here.
It's hitting more too because we never really get to see like them fight scrubs because they were just trying to dip. Now they're actually trying to fight, right? So Whole Cake Island, we never really saw like Sanji or Luffy or Nami, whatever, try to fight like the mid tiers because the whole point was trying to get Sanji the fuck out of there, right? It was a rescue rather than like an invasion. So, like, we saw the Katakuri Luffy fight because Luffy wanted to train his haki, but you never really got to see, like Heat, like, you know, his other siblings do some shit because it wasn't really like a, oh, fuck up Big Mom, right? It was a get Sanji and get the fuck out sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's hitting more now because now they're actually trying to fight. You know,
and it's just, like, they're making no ground. Like, they're just kind of running around like chickens with their head cuts off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, obviously now you have, like, smarter crew members like Robin and Jinbei who are actually kind of squeaking in, which we will get to in a second here because that shit was hilarious. But, like, I just think There's a guy, I think his name's Mr. Morge. I've discussed him occasionally. He does really good analysis videos on One Piece, and he keeps talking about how like normally the narrative device when it comes to like a war or like an invasion that's gonna fail and then it's like succeeds is normally they would have kept like let's say like Marco coming in, Neko coming in, Yamato coming in, like all these like backup people they would have like saved for when they were about to lose. And then they would have shown up like, boom, we're here to save you. But the fact that like they're all showing up at these like non-dramatic times shows me, well, him and me, that even with all these fucking like amazing high hitters, they're going to fail.
For sure.
And like we keep mentioning that, but it's because it's important, and like it's just unbelievable like how like Luffy went pretty fucking in on these motherfuckers, Ulti and Page 1, and like really nothing happened. And Page 1 got hit, like obviously not as strong as Kaido's Thunder Bagura, but like probably pretty good. Kaido's son, she gets up, she's got some internal bleeding, she's coughing up blood, but she's ready to go. Like they're formidable. Like honestly, Oda's done a good job making me kind of like he keeps surprising me that like I keep thinking, oh, they're down, and oh, they're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially given it's been. It feels like no one, because that's gonna even make the final battle even more dope too, because it's just like now we have a clear power level going on. Because one thing, this is gonna be definitely like a Marineford and these lobby shit, because not everyone's gonna get a fight, right? And everyone gets to fight. What does that mean? We're gonna see some power scaling. So and there's a lot of people here. So shit. And remember, in Dressrosa, even Non-Straw has got some single-page fights, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, see some law fights going on, bro.
Well, now, so here, speaking of law, your boy's in.
He's in.
He's in and one step closer to the inevitable death.
Yeah, that's not happening, but
You know what I'm excited about, though? Not only is he in, but my boy Beppo is in.
Beppo!
So Beppo, Sachi, and Penguin. Like I've been talking about how we need to see some shit from Law's main three boys. We needed to see that for a long time. That's essentially his Sanji, Zoro, Usopp. You know what I mean? Or like I'm not sure who else. Like I don't know, the three ones you think of. You know what I mean? And like. The fact that, because I scanned that panel immediately. I was like, are they in? They're in. Like, you can see Beppo in the corner doing his fucking kung fu shit. He's ready. Like, he should be, like, the Zoro of Law's crew. And, like, I want to see more from them. And I'm really looking forward to that. But, yeah, like, and this panel, by the way, of him, like, shamblesing in there is beautiful.
Oh, yeah, bro. And the fucking, I like how they drop, Marco drops Nekomushi here. He's never... used to be.
Yeah, he drops him in, and then he says, "Hey, there's a shadow in the ocean. I'm gonna go check it out." Which, by the way, is probably Perospero. So does that mean he's gonna knock Perospero down again?
Perospero. Yep.
Just imagine for a second if he knocks Perospero down a third time.
That's actually fucking hilarious. So, oh my god, man.
What I want is for them to have to, like, I want the Big Mom crew to keep failing so hard to the point where they just have to call in Katakuri. No, I heard a great theory. Like, imagine this, right? Maybe the reason they're failing so hard is because they don't have his fucking, like, observation hockey to count on. Like, he can't tell them, like, when attacks are coming from.
I mean, that's true.
Right? That's so maybe, like, they keep getting knocked down, and then, like, we don't hear from them for a while, and then at the very end of the arc, Katakuri and the boys come in, like, oh...
Yeah, a lot of fan service for you.
I need it. You don't understand. If Katakuri, oh my god. And luckily Yamato can keep me satiated for a while, but yeah. Oh my god, Yamato's so fucking attractive, bro. Like Yamato, I fully respect you being a guy, but that just means I'm gay. Please. Holy shit.
Why is okay? So she says you remind me of Ace,
bruh.
So what does this mean now?
Well, obviously we saw that Ace came to Wano, and that would have been let me see, how long ago was that again?
Shit, I don't fucking know.
It couldn't have been more than, I would assume, around 5 years ago. Like, sometime around, because he was an adult. We saw him. He didn't look too super younger. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Was Luffy pirating?
I believe that was before, because Luffy, remember, he only set off like 2 to 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because the first half of One Piece was only like 11 months to like a year.
Okay.
Like, they fucking blitzed through the first half of the Grand Line.
Oh, thanks to Nami, I'm sure.
Yeah. So like, I would assume it was before Luffy is pirating, but like, what I'm because he says earlier in the chapter, this reminds me of a battle from the past. Do you think Ace and him scrapped? Ace and Yamato?
Oh, makes sense. You know,
well, I'm hoping for a flashback.
Because even 5 years ago, Kaido and Orochi running Wano. They've been running for a few years now, 20 years, I believe, right? Yeah. So it makes sense. So my question is, if Ace 5 years ago, well, we didn't really discuss this. Ace 5 years ago, was he by himself running his own crew still, or was he with Whitebeard? Because
I think I saw some conversations that he would have just been with his own crew, the Spade Pirates, at that point.
Okay, yeah, because I'm about to say, like, that also solidifies the notion that if he was Whitebeard at the time, why didn't Whitebeard help Oden?
Yeah, no. From what I heard, I saw a lot of conversation about that in particular. From what I understand, he would have been with his own crew. In fact, the theory I'm hearing is that, remember when he was with his own crew, he was looking for Whitebeard because he wanted to challenge him, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine this scenario. He comes in, he asks about wanting to fight Whitebeard. Yamato gets angry because he has the journal, and in the journal, Whitebeard is a good friend of Oden, and that's why they fight.
Makes sense.
Right. Now, there's something more important that I need to get your thoughts on. I'm just going to send you something real quick here. So check your Facebook real quick. I'm just going to shoot you this real quick here. If it'll save, there we go. All right, you on your Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here is the question that we really need answered. Did Ace and Yamato smash? It's very possible.
What evidence suggests this?
Ace is a playa. Yamato is of the feminine genitalia.
So you think maybe Yamato was following Oden's footsteps, going to the brothels when he was 6 years old?
Bro, I hope so.
Imagine it's the opposite, right? Instead of stealing all the husbands' wives, he stole all the wives' husbands, right? Hide your husbands! Hide your husbands and sons! Yamato's here! Oh my god.
Can you imagine? Oh, wow. It's a dangerous topic to talk about anytime you're talking about any sort of underage anything in that regard, so I'm going to just skirt right past that. But just know, we're just discussing a canon thing that was written. It's not our faults. We didn't ask for it to be written.
We didn't ask for Oda to do it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a questionable decision on Oda's part to have Oden just fucking bitches at age 6, but hey, what are you going to do?
Was it age 8? No, age 8 was him still in the wild.
I don't even know. I need to go back and look, but I mean, whatever, man.
It felt like Oda was going for like a Chuck Norris thing.
Oh that. Yeah. He was just literally trying to be like my balls dropped at age 3.
At that point, he was just trying to make a Chuck Norris parody.
Yeah, I was a monster.
Oden did this, and this, but
Lord.
The difference is, Chuck Norris is still alive, but Oden's dead.
All right, here's what we gotta talk about. Fucking
Wait.
Robin and Jinbei, full sneak.
Before we do that, Oden is Chuck Norris and Kaido is Bruce Lee.
Oh.
Because Bruce Lee killed Chuck Norris in that one movie.
Oh yeah,
but,
you know what? Good point. I'm with it.
But yeah, so Robin, Robin, bro, I never thought
Seeing Robin have to act like that is amazing. Like, yeah, bro, bring him down here so I can stab him myself, bro. And I think that's a ploy. Actually, that's pretty clever because if they did bring him down there, she could use her Hana fruit powers more to probably like get him.
Yeah,
you know,
I figured that's why she was saying that. I can almost assume.
Can
that
you
was...
imagine? Like, the first thing I thought when I saw that was like, I need to hear her voice actress say that, because like she has that like motherly voice, you know. Like,
yes.
I just can't imagine Robin talking like that.
And are we not gonna talk about how like Jinbei, like if you know what, like if one of us was there, like no one noticed this like little fucking his stomach have a whole fucking tattoo. Of
the Sun Pirates tattoo, yeah, that's definitely pretty noticeable. Now, now, to be fair, one of the main things that they kept mentioning as they were going in was everyone here is going to be drunk off their asses, so it'll be easier to sneak in.
Like my man, like your identity is given. You're like, that's why tattoos are so dangerous, bro. Like identity is literally on your fucking stomach.
It's true. True, it's a good point. Also, I'm a big fan of Jinbei. Jinbei's also shitty acting. Like, holy fuck. Like, yeah, totally, man, totally.
It's not like a dad trying to fit in.
Yes.
Like,
Jinbei is gonna be the dad crew member. I'm telling you right now.
Reminds me of that. It's just blonde boys doing what
blonde boys do. Go search Blonde Boys Syndigo. That's a fucking experience. I'm telling you that right now. But yeah, essentially, Momo's about to be, crucified. But there's a bunch of the fucking samurai. They're working their way in, and I think that's awesome. Now, the new Onigashima project. What is this gonna be?
Who knows? So I know probably has something to do with weapons or something like that.
Well, okay. My first take on it is like we want to expand our base. Like this Onigashima will exist. We're gonna make like a new base, and it's gonna be like a major flex. Like we're gonna fucking go up, invade Marie-Joie, and fucking make our new base on top of the Red Line. And what are they gonna do to stop us? Because we're Big Mama and Kaido together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, Thurman. Just here. Hold on a second. I need to go and run down and plug my laptop in. I had unplugged it because it was overheating. But anyway, just keep talking.
Yeah. So, I'm taking the reins now. But everything's going as planned thus far. I love the like you said, the law shit. I love that. I love that. What's his name? Meeting his brother. His sister, if you want to be, Yep. Kiku.
Yeah, that was pretty wholesome. Hold on a second.
Kiku said brothers. I think it's okay for us to say brother,
Well,
Kiku birthday.
So you can't get canceled because fucking Izo called it.
Yep, Izo. Hey, bro, Izo called it.
Hold on, I'm panic plugging my fucking laptop in. So, just so you know, viewers, what had happened was my laptop was fucking having a spaz attack, saying it was overheating. So I fixed that by unplugging it because I think that the charging was doing it. Anyway, we're back.
Make sure you save this video before
no, see, now that I've changed laptops, that corrupting thing wouldn't happen.
No, but I'm saying if it overheats again, you lose, the recording.
That'd be upsetting, yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, click that save button, boy.
Okay, got it. Moving on. Okay, so Izo, the Izo stuff, like that is wholesome and cute, and I got a little emotional because like the way Oda draws emotions like on the face there is so good. I loved that. That was great. Although those are characters that I'm not like super invested in, so that part didn't like wow me, but it was definitely good for sure. Oh God, the burp. Trying to think if there's anything else we need to talk about because I just walked my ass down here, so there better be at least 5 more minutes in this video. Hello?
So, I think we'll go through. Okay, so yeah, the
well, Pound officially met his daughters, Lola and Chiffon.
I love how Kaido's just like, we're gonna liven up this tedious execution.
Oh yeah, because he is. So Orochi's doing the whole like he's legitimately explaining like, yes, he came to the future from the past, and they're all just like, what the fuck? You talking about?
Oh my God, yeah. And so when we blah, blah, blah,
I believe in you.
When we originally heard Kaido said yes, an announcement, we assumed that it was him stepping down from him basically retiring.
Yeah, and I thought it had something to do with the son and like having him take over, but clearly that's not happening anymore.
Yeah, because I assumed it was like, oh, he finally found somebody he can die, so he was gonna use his son to replace him, and then he's gonna die. But clearly not. New Onigashima project. Interesting to see what that is.
Yeah. Again, my take, what I want it to be is like a declaration of war against, I don't know, the world government or something. I think that'd be really cool. Because he wants to make a war. Like, remember that his whole point is, I want to make the biggest war ever. Remember?
Yeah.
He wanted to like outshine Marineford. So imagine he has the Big Mom pirates now. I got Big Mom pirates. He keeps asking, where's Linlin? Where's Linlin? Right? So he's got the Big Mom pirates. So Big Mom, Kaido together. If they wanted to, they could strut on over to goddamn, like, imagine, because like Marineford, Marijois is a huge, like, hugely important place for them. Like, that's where the Celestial Dragons live. Like, the world, that's like their top priority, to protect the Celestial Dragons, because like they treat them like gods and they want them to think they're gods. And then of course you have Im-sama, who's like this fucking Illuminati leader of the world. They literally believe themselves to be gods because they're descendant from the people that created the world government, right? So like that would be like the top threat that they've ever faced ever. If Kaido and Big Mom said, we're going to invade Marijois right now, right? We're going to climb the fucking red line. We're going to do it. And we're going to put our new fucking Onigashima on top of the red line. And like, similar to how like America put a flag on the moon, like that we're going to fucking take it. Cause now we can, cause we're Kaido and Big Mom, motherfuckers. And like that could be how, because like clearly I know that I've been saying this for a while. This arc is going to take a major direction shift. I know it's going to. Like, this is not going to be the final place. I don't see this being the final place of the battle. I see something going wrong and then them having to like change locations or chase or something, right? So imagine they make this announcement. There's a bit of an arc where the Oda and the Resistance are Luffy and the Resistance are trying to stop them from like leaving, stop them from going to start their invasion. They fail, they get fucking pushed back, and then like it becomes kind of like a CP9 Sea Train arc, right? Because remember how they couldn't beat CP9 at that building where Iceberg lived. So then CP9 went to Enies Lobby. They had to chase after them, right? So imagine like part 2 of this arc is everyone having to chase after Kaido, Big Mom, to fucking Marijois, and then that could be how Luffy and the boys get involved in the Reverie shit. I know that the Reverie shit's like way far done. I'm just spitballing. I don't know, but like that'd be cool as fuck. Like, I don't know.
Okay. It's actually, I'm reading through the chapter 2, and Yamato mentions that his and she's like, now the Akazi samurai are dead. Does she know about
No, she doesn't know. Or he doesn't know. Like, because remember, why would he know? All he knows is what is in that journal. And if you're looking, and obviously the general knowledge, he also doesn't know about Momo coming back, because that was just announced right now, the whole Momo like being here thing. And he's not there for that. So no, I don't believe I don't believe Yamato knows.
Because he was like, because I'm assuming he knows Luffy's here because of all the commotion he was making. I'm assuming, because where did he come from? We have to find out where he came from, because all of a sudden he's just like, he one shots.
Well, it was established that he was looking around. In the chapter he appeared, like page 2 or 3, when. Remember the page where Kid and his crew member were fighting, and then one of the Kaido people got distracted by something, and then he was like, "Don't turn your back around me, you're gonna die." Remember that? Mm-hmm. That if you go back and read, there's like a little like there's an implication that someone's like running around, and then like one of Kaido's crew members is like, "Wait a minute, sir, Kaido's looking for you." So it looks like he was like scouting out the area. So I imagine he saw Luffy and the boys essentially.
Oh, okay. It makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, to me, he clearly doesn't know that, and I think that'll be a cool moment, very similar to like Bartolomeo's like fanboy moments. When he learns that the Red Scabbers are still alive. I think that's going to be a cool moment for him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, just a great character, incredibly fucking aesthetically pleasing, attractive as all fuck. I love the personality, and I'm honestly very fucking proud of Oda, because like, he is not usually the type of guy to draw like physically buff physically strong women. Typically, his women characters are more like technological and fighting, not technical. Sorry, like technical. Like more strategic, like kind of like fights like Nami or Khalifa with the soap bubbles, or Miss Golden Week with the fucking like the paint powers, Whereas like we've had 2 in a row really strong brawler like women characters, Ulti and her, and like normally like when Oda introduces a women character, like typically like they kind of fall to the wayside. They don't do as much as you expect them to, kind of like Rebecca and Dressrosa, but like. There's no way you can't introduce him as the son/daughter, depending on if you're talking biological or identification, of this Yonko, and not have him do something. I can tell this is going to be a very important character, and I'm just really proud of Oda, even down to the way that like the character design is. It's not his typical like really skinny, obscenely large breast character. Like it's just a really. It doesn't even look like an Oda design. It looks like a different manga, but in a very good way. I love it.
Oh, yeah. You already know what that is. Time.
Say again?
New crewmate.
I'd be down. Yeah, I mean, it's clearly a design he put a lot of thought into. And I love the horns. Oh, my God.
All right. Well, anything else, bro?
Yeah, I guess just finishing it off with, I do think the new Onigashima project has something to do with obviously a new Onigashima being their base of operations that we are in right now. I think if Trump came out and was like, we're gonna establish the new New York project, I would imagine he was gonna try to fucking like take over Canada and put a new New York there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the vibe I get. I think he's trying to like up his base, not like that's just the ultimate flex. We want to, I don't know, that's what I'm hoping anyway. I think that'd be cool as fuck, because I really do want like a sea train aspect to this arc, because I've said from the beginning, like you can kind of like compare each arc in the post time skip to like a major arc in the pre time skip, right? Whereas like I kind of saw Whole Cake as the Sky Island of post time skip. Sky Island being an island in the sky made out of clouds, Whole Cake being a candy island. Both of them kind of shorter arcs. Less kind of, they didn't seem like as intense, yada yada. Whereas this Wano, I was like, from the very beginning, I kept saying this is going to be the CP9 Water 7 Enies Lobby arc of the post time skip, because it was very obvious that Oda was going to do a similar thing he did in that arc, which was it's time to give the Straw Hats power ups, because they're finally getting to the point where they can't just stomp anymore, and we've seen that. Zoro's got the new sword, Sanji's got the raid suit. Fucking Nami's got the new Climatech with Zeus. I'm trying to think. There's a couple more. Luffy's getting the new hockey. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that'd be really cool if there was like a Sea Train-esque part to this arc where they have to like travel and like chase them to a different destination for the final fight. So yeah,
I'd be down. This chapter. 9.5, bro. Like it's good, bro. Like, I'm a real Yamato, and then the law shit. Like Oda has been consistently a 9.
Fire,
and this is great, bro.
I guess the last question I'll ask you before we end here is, what do you expect from your boy? I'm not even making like a death joke. Like, what's your boy gonna do? Where are we going with your boy?
I'm trying to see because Law.
So he's in the back end. So they went to the back entrance, right? So hypothetically, they should be really close to Kaido.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what Law. I know he had issues with Doffy, but I want to see like what his underlying goal for Kaido really is. Like, what started all this?
Well, see, I've always the way I've always read it, and the way I've always seen people talk about it, is that the actual goal was Doffy. And like he never expected to even get to Kaido. Like that was just what he told Luffy to get help with Doffy.
But I think that's kind of shallow, though. I mean, yeah, Doffy was personal, but he has to have some underlying reason why he wants to. Because you don't just, like... Law is smart, and he does let emotions get to him, per se, but I don't think he's just, like... Because if that was the case, he would have been like, all right, Luffy, I'm done. Like, right?
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
At that point, he had no real reason to do that.
I mean...
Go
ahead, sorry.
Think about his plan. Like, he was playing 5e chess, right? He literally he became one of the warlords, killed like 1,000 pirates' hearts. Had to get Luffy there. Went to went to Big Mom. Like shit like that. Like he did a lot of stuff. that was just seems like a little bit too much just for a vendetta against Daffy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
And then even after that, you could argue he got closure because of the fact that he talks to Kodo-san. He talks to what's the thing's name? He was the old admiral after Akainu.
The old Sengoku.
Yeah, Sengoku. After he had like a little talk with Sengoku, after that you would assume, oh shit, okay, I had my closure. I'm done. Dolphy's finished. I got my closure with Sengoku. I'm done. No,
right.
But he's still doing it. So there has to be an underlying reason.
Well,
so
if you go back to Punk Hazard, and please put in the comments if I'm forgetting anything, I'm pretty sure it started with the conversation he had with Luffy was essentially like, in the new world you have one of two options. You either bow down and become a henchman of a Yonko, or you beat and become a Yonko. Those are otherwise you're gonna fucking die, is basically what he said, right? Mm-hmm. And obviously, Law was kind of like, I imagine you are the latter, as am I. Like, neither of us are gonna fucking work for a goddamn Yonko, so let's fucking work together to beat one, is the vibe I got. So I think it's just a matter of his pride. Like, I think a lot of it is probably his pride. Like, I'm not gonna work for a fucking Yonko, like Apu,
Yeah,
I love that out of all the fucking fucking supernovas, Apu was just like the immediate bootlicker. Like, yeah, sure, I'll work for Gedo.
That bootlicker word is becoming a lot of
what?
becoming a very well known word.
Oh, it's a good ass word. Don't even pretend.
So yeah, I mean, at that point,
are you trying to say I'm overusing it? What's going on here?
No. I was just saying, it's a word I've been hearing a lot more.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, because there be a lot of bootlicker, bro. Because these all lives matter, motherfuckers. These cops' lives matter, motherfuckers. It's blue lives matter. You're not born a cop.
It was when I was. It's back when I first discovered the word incel. I was like, I saw it being used in like a post. I was like, what the fuck is an incel? And I had no idea what incel was until you told me the definition of incel. I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. But bro, when I first got introduced to that word, people were using it wrong. Like, using it.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I was like, because I'm looking back, I'm like, that's not what incel means.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm using bootlicker wrong in this context. It's literally just like bowing down to authority. Yeah.
I know you're not. That's how it's just like, the dictionary is ever evolving. The language is ever evolving. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah. Anyway, I think that's probably peace.
All right, yeah. And with that, peace.
Such good shit. Peace.